sunshine, you're my best times, you're my anomaly. And I'd choose you in 100 lifetimes. I'd choose you in 100 worlds. I'd find you, and I'd say I do.
Now we're showing you our beautiful Rose Terrace area. We have one of our coordinators, Rianne, making her way down to the arch. She's looking after some of the decorations, the different designs that we can offer you on our arch as well. You don't need to do too much to this space. It's beautiful just as it is, and the positioning of the arch is there for a particular reason. So when you do visit us, you'll see the landscape behind it and how well Aaron has planned this area out. The chair numbers are lesser than what you would have for a full wedding. So if you've got a full capacity wedding of 120 guests, we don't recommend putting all of the chairs out. It is nice to have a nice wide aisle and have some standing room at the back for some of the guests. We've got our beautiful new heart-shaped horseshoe sculpture at the back of the terrace, which we brought in recently, and that's a bit of fun. We've also got a couple of wine barrels down there. If you want to use those for signing tables, etc., you're more than welcome to do that. And the white roses have been out since summer. So the white roses really make this area pop. Absolutely stunning down here all year round.
Live on our knees, 'cause he'd choose us in 100 lifetimes. He'd choose us in 100 worlds. He'd find us, and we'd say we do for the rest of our lives. With all that we have, we do.
So what's this particular area used for, Rianne?
So this area is our bar. We set it up about 15 minutes after your ceremony has taken place, and then your guests are more than welcome to come up and grab a drink from the girls. All the drinks are in ice.
And what if it's raining on the day? What are our options for drinks and canapes? Like, what actually happens then?
So if it's raining on the day, we'll take your guests upstairs a little bit early, and then we'll just serve drinks and canapes as usual, just upstairs inside.
Is it a full bar service for that 45 minutes of drinks and canapes?
So it's just beer, wine and soft drink out here, but once we go upstairs after that 45 minutes is over, we can serve spirits if guests would like some.
And are the canapes served by the staff, or do we help ourselves to those? How does that work?
So usually the girls walk around with all the trays with the canapes on them, but if you did want something that's more of a self-help style, we can definitely do that as well.
That sounds fantastic.
I'll give you my whole heart for my whole life. I'll give you my whole heart for my whole life.
So, Rianne, a lot of our brides or grooms come out of that centre door, which is the accommodation door. They come down the steps and down the aisle. How long would their song need to be if they had a bridal party of, say, 3 bridesmaids or 3 groomsmen? How long do you think that song needs to be for them to come from the top of the stairs all the way down to the end of the terrace?
So for that amount of people walking down the aisle, we would suggest probably like a 3.5 to 4 minute song, just to make sure everyone can get down the aisle in the one song, unless you wanted to have, a song each, or a song for the bridesmaids and a song for you.
So ideally, if there were children in the wedding party and it was going to take a little bit longer to get down, is it a good idea for the bride to have her own song?
We would suggest so, and then definitely you'd know when to start walking down as well, so you would be certain of when that song started, that's your cue to walk.
And they can use either of those pathways. They can come down the centre, or they can come around the pathway and then up the aisle. They can even come out of the chapel like they did last week. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. You can come out whatever way you'd feel more comfortable.
Wonderful. And what about the steps to the terrace? Is it a good idea for photographers perhaps to use these steps for group photos, perhaps straight after the ceremony?
Yeah, definitely. So it gets everyone in it. It's a great vantage point for the photographer to use to get everyone in the photo.
And then once again, back to that cool little bar.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Why
I'll
not?
keep you safe, I'll give you my everything. Even if we're falling down, even if we're falling down, all of me is yours, every part of me. 'Cause we're in this together now, you and me together now. What's the point of living if we're scared to lose each other? What's the point of living without?
So we've bought the wedding party through the accommodation from the cottage. We've opened the door, the music's about to start. We have one coordinator with the wedding party inside and one at the base of the steps out of view. Bridal parties start to walk down the aisle, as Rihanna's doing now. At this stage, they don't come into view until around about now. So while they're actually standing on the steps and coming down the steps, the guests can't see them and neither can the wedding party. So it's a great opportunity for the photographer to get those signature photographs in front of the big orange doors. So Rianne has chosen to take one of three paths down the aisle, followed all the way around.
I'll keep you from darkness. Even when the sun don't shine, even when the sun don't shine, give me your strength and show me.
And the crowd go wild.
'Cause we're in this together now, you and me together now. What's the point of living if we're scared to lose each other? What's the point of living without?
So Rianne, what do we currently offer our couples if they want to have the gazebo dressed?
So we do have the two poles that are dressed at the moment with the neutral flowers off to the side. We do also offer doing it to all four poles as well, and it's a great option to have for night photos as well.
And is the gazebo lit in the evening as well? I know some of the other areas are, and it's a great spot for night photographs, but the gazebo does have its own lighting, doesn't it?
Correct. So it's lit up in like purples and reds and blues as well, and it just brings out the natural beauty of the gazebo at night time.
Wonderful. And what's the capacity of the chairs that we can get into the amphitheatre area?
So we can seat up to 100 people in the amphitheatre area.
And if we weren't using the terrace area, do we have the option of having all our hired lawn games set up on the terrace and then moving guests from one area to the other?
Yep, that's correct. So we can pop out all the lawn games before the ceremony or after if you would prefer. And then we can all just set them out down on the terrace near the drinks.
And then the guests would move from the gazebo area across to have photographs done perhaps on the steps behind us and then down to the terrace area for drinks and beverages. Is that correct?
That is correct.
With open arms, you can fall back into the night glow.
So this is the entrance to our gorgeous little chapel, and we have been told that it is one of the best in the mountains. So it is a wet weather backup plan, or you may choose to be married in the chapel regardless. So some people want to be married inside and some people want to be married outside. It's completely up to you. So how many coordinators do we have to help get our brides down the aisle, Rianne?
So we have 2 coordinators to help you get down the aisle. We'll meet you in the cottage and walk you around and get you all in line to get ready to walk down the aisle.
And if the weather's not great, we'll have umbrellas for everyone, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Wonderful. And the chapel's great for nighttime photographs as well.
Yes, so the swans light up and it goes up against the wall of the chapel, and it's a great spot for nighttime photos.
And we have heating and cooling in the chapel.
Yep.
And in the winter time, we've got a couple of great little upgrades that the couples can purchase. Do you want to tell them about that?
So we have a winter warmer station, and that includes hot chocolate for all of your guests and warm blankets for everyone to have across their laps in case they do get a little bit chilly.
So prior to the wedding party coming in, the guests are all seated in here. It's a great little vibe. Everyone is chattering amongst themselves. So it's always good for the wedding coordinators to pop their head in the door, make sure that everyone's set to go, do a quick head count to make sure there's not too many people missing, because some people do run late for weddings. But the vibe in the chapel is usually a very, very good one prior to the ceremony commencing. So our chapel is a bit of a blank canvas. What you've got to remember is that if your wedding party are standing up there with bouquets and gowns, that's what the focus is. But if you would like us to decorate it for you, or if you would like to bring your florist in to decorate it for you, you are more than welcome to. So our beautiful signature castle doors are a great backdrop for a photograph. Rianne's just popping the castle doors open now as we speak.
So once you've finished your ceremony and your guests have 45 minutes to an hour outside with canapes and drinks, our lovely service staff will come up to your guests and start inviting them upstairs. You just have to look for our friendly guy over here in the corner and you'll know where you're going.
No star can shine like you.
So Rianne, the afternoon sunlight on the stairs is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So for those guests not wanting to take the stairs through the main entrance, there is another access point for them, is that correct?
Yeah, so we do have a bridge around the back that guests are more than welcome to use if they can't make their way up the stairs themselves.
Wonderful. And the candles on the staircase are lit before the guests come in, is that correct?
That's correct, so it creates a wonderful romantic atmosphere for all of the guests as well.
Beautiful.
And I'd wait forever.
So this is where your guests will enter into the reception room. It's also a great point for your photographer to make any group photos from up above the balcony. So once your guests come upstairs, they find their name on their seating chart that you will provide, and then they're more than welcome to make their way to their seats or go to the bar to grab a drink as well. So the tables are laid out like this at the moment for viewings and being able to showcase what Avalon does. But we do have a planning page on our website that has a number of our table layouts on there. You can choose for whatever works for you, one of the plans that we already have, or you're more than welcome to make up something that works better for yourselves as well.
What's the favourite part? What's your favourite part about this room, Rianne?
I love the backdrop with the fairy lights and the greenery at the top, and also the view from the tables to look at the gardens.
I love the chandeliers and the refurbished dance floor.
Do you want to dance?
No. Top advantages of a venue that has a mezzanine area. Go, Rianne.
It's a great spot for your DJ.
It's the perfect place for a photographer to take a photograph of you on the dance floor.
It's ideal for the bouquet toss.
It's a great spot for your photo booth as well.
It's the best view of those chandeliers to photograph through.
And a good place to put cocktail tables for those who want to go and chill out upstairs. So what else do you need to know about us? We have accommodation with 6 rooms. We have complimentary stay for the couple in the honeymoon cottage. Rianne?
And we have a list of upgrades that include a 69 Mustang, the love signs, lawn games,
Summer station, grazing stations,
sparkler send-off.
Wonderful coordinators. Oh yeah, wonderful coordinators.
That's a given.
Sunshine, you're my best times, you're my anomaly, and I'd choose you in 100.
Hey Denise and Rianne, tell me all about the mini weddings.
Mini weddings, okay. Mini weddings are our specialty. We've been marketing mini weddings for the last 2 years. Mini weddings are a shortened version of a full wedding day. It has all the luxuries, we do all the decorating, we do all the wedding coordination, we include a wedding cake, we can include vendors for you as well. It's designed for a small group of guests, as in approximately 30 people. We can do more if you would like us to, but Rianne's gig is the pop-up weddings.
So a pop-up wedding is a 2-hour all-inclusive package. It comes with your celebrate, ceremony styling, a dedicated coordinator, your hair, your makeup, your cake and your flowers, all included in one package.
And we do it well.
Yeah.
I choose you. This is more than just a wedding. This is etched into eternity.
So between Rianne and I, we are the ones that you will be speaking with the majority of the time. The emails that you receive will be emails with my signature or Leanne's signature. So there's not much that we can't source for you if there's something particular that you need. We're pretty resourceful. Leanne?
So if you have any questions, guys, don't ever hesitate to get in touch.
Leanne eats chocolate.
She drinks wine.
And we'd say we do for the rest of our lives. With all that we have, we do. And we will, when the sky turns black and he comes back, riding on the clouds every day.
So our method of contact is email, phone, Facebook, Instagram. What am I missing, Rianne? Carrier pigeon. The tooling that we have on our website, we have a planning page that gives you access to all the information that you need to plan your wedding.
And don't forget our regular open days and planning days as well.
Oh yeah, they're a lot of fun.
So if you've loved what you've seen today on this video, all you need to do is make a $1,000 deposit and that locks you in for the date, and that date is all yours. Once you lock that in, we can give you access to our planning page and continue the planning process with you.
And when the world starts to move again, what will happen then? They'll be able to come in and have a real look and meet the real people of Avalon Castle.
Exactly. We'd love to have you here with us as well.
I'll give you my whole heart for my whole life. And this is where it starts. And I'll say I do for the rest of my life. With all that I have, I do. And I will, when the sky is falling. I promise you I'm all in, no turning back. And every day, every moment, and every breath you take, I choose